Okay, yeah, I can hear your question, Mr. Mint.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's actually not a question. I want to try to make some clarifications. So can I go ahead?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so let me start by saying a congratulations for the step of trying to register the company and all of that, the academy actually. So the question I want to ask, there is also a clarification like I've said. The certification you are talking about, it is not what you told us earlier. And since you are bringing it in, it is something that is welcome. I really appreciate why others will also appreciate it. Now, I want to ask, what are the requirements? Or, so far you are part of this class, whether you complete it, whether you reach, what are the targets? Like, what are the expectations before somebody can get certificates? Irrespective of whether you are paying or not. I believe you understand my question, sir.
Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, I remember when
Okay.
we were doing, please can you hear me?
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, so I remember one day we were having meeting, right? So I raised the same question, but remember that it is student focused, like this academy is student focused. Why some of us are kind of free currently, some of us are in the exam period, some of the people in this course are in the exam period, you understand? You just have to like prioritize their education over this class, right? So in that case, you expect them to miss like some classes, like, but then what would be the benchmark for you to pay? Will be the attendance, and then yeah, when you have a what do you call it? When you have tangible reason for missing the class, because a lot of people actually message me, and let's imagine you're doing your final year project and you're having exam in 2 weeks. You won't be here, right? You are doing your defense, like you are doing your final year project, and your defense is coming up soon, the exam is coming up soon. You understand? You will not be spending 2 hours every day, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Yeah, at least if you will be spending it, you won't be regular. You understand? So those kind of things, you are some we explain some things like that. So in a way, you can't really have a strict measure against it. But then there will be some measure we have to take we have to put in place, so it won't be just anybody can get it. It's still something we are still discussing, but I feel like uh, I've shed more lights. Right? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, great. So now let us start the class. Okay, pertaining to SQL, do you have any questions so far? How to create table? We've done a lot, quite. So this week, right, we are actually supposed to be ending. We'll be rounding off SQL. Then probably, I really hope we can actually do a project, a full guided project. I really hope. If not, we'll be doing it next week. Because yes, this week it's supposed to be for advanced SQL. But when I say advanced, it's not like hard SQL, it's not hard. It's not like it is more tricky. It's trickier than the one we've been doing, right? You just have to rack your brain, right? You just have to use your you just have to use what do you say? I don't want to use that English because that looks offending. But you just have to like um use a complex query to get some answer done, to get some problem solved. Right? You just have to use some things. You just have to think more than a normal or basic learner, right? So that's exactly what we are doing today. And yeah, before we move on, please, do we have any questions so far? How to create a table, how to update a table, and any questions so far, like from what we've done in SQL? Because I remember for every SQL class, for every session, right, I used to go back, right, I used to relay our message, relay the class, like I used to go back, so we do it again. So in a way, I do not expect any question, but in case you have a question, you can just raise up your hand or ask a question because we'll be doing a short class work before we move on today. Okay, can we just move on? Okay, let me just give you just 30 seconds. But not saying answer it, then I can move on. Okay, I can hear you.
Alright. So I don't know what's wrong with my own SQL here. So I've been trying to create tables, it's kind of giving me some error code. I don't know why it's like that. So maybe after this
Okay.
class, I'm going to screenshot my screen while I send it to you. So
No.
if there's any directive
Okay.
you have,
So sorry. Are you with your laptop currently?
sure.
Are you on your laptop currently?
I'm using my phone for the class, but I have it open with me. It's phone I'm
Okay.
using for the class.
Can you like share your screen so I can just see the problem?
And that's what I'm saying. It's my phone I'm using for the class. So I'm not connecting to the system.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
get.
Can we do that after the class then? Can we do that
I
after the class
will
then?
screenshot. Yes, I'll screenshot it. Sure. No problem.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Who else has a
Thank you, sir.
question? For those joining, yeah, you're welcome. For those joining, who else has a question, like from what we've done so far? Because we'll be doing an interactive classwork before we start today's class. So who has a question from whatever we've done in SQL, from any aspects, or from the data analysis class so far? You have a question, you have a clarification, or you are not just unsure of the future. Yeah, because I have 1 hour because the 6 by 6 a.m. p.m. I'll be starting today's class. We'll be doing some short class before we move on, so some short assignments. So I guess we are clear with everything. Nothing, no question from Excel, no question from SQL, no future question. Right? Do you have any question? Okay. Okay, let's move on then. So I prepared some question for us. Right. Let me just explain what I did. Remember last week we imported Excel SQL, Excel table into SQL, right? So that's exactly what we'll be working on today. So I just grabbed this one. So we have 8 questions here we'll be solving before we move on, before we start today's class. And this 8 question is just what we've done. Like it's just an application of what we've done so far. Application of what we've done, how to use everything we've done, how to apply everything we've done to solve business problem, right? How to derive insights, find patterns in business question, in business data. That is exactly what we are doing today. So yeah, how to apply, basically how to just solve business problem. So we've done everything here, right? We've done everything. So I think, can we just take a number, because I won't like me calling, because it's like an advanced class. I don't like me calling names. So I just feel like we can just look at the question now, and first to pick get the number. So I just want everyone to at least pick at least one question. So we can just, it doesn't matter if you don't know it. No, it doesn't matter actually. But at least, can we just start picking questions? So you will be the one to answer the question you picked. You picked. And please, can someone start? I guess I'll call names. So
Number one,
yeah, sorry, who is that? I don't get. I'm not catch that.
Nora.
Oh, okay, no, that's number one. So number one is gone. Number two is going for number two. Don't be shy. I guess you can see my screen, right? Okay. You know what? I will call names now. Who is going for number two? Okay. I don't know what to do. Let's start solving it down. So what's the first question? Okay, let's understand the data set before we move on. Let's understand the data set. So we have this shark attack. Remember, we worked with this thing when we were in Excel. We did an Excel project on this particular data sets. So yeah, in this particular year, 2017, there is an attack. There was series of attack on people on the beach, right? So indeed, it happened in different countries. So in 2017, this type of attack happened. That is shark attack. It was shark attack, and we have two type of attack. We have, I don't know if it is two type actually. I think we have unprovoked. That is, did not provoke the shark. The shark just attacked them, right? Unprovoked. Then it happened in Australia, in this particular area, at and this particular beach, right? So the activity that led to this attack, the person in this picture was boarding, what do we call this thing in Nigeria? I can't remember. So, and the name of the guy is Paul Gulf. So the sex of the guy is a male and he's 48 years old. So fortunately, he did not sustain any injury, and yeah, because it's not sustained injury, so we expect that it is not fatal, a fatal incident. So, but then we have some fatal incidents, right? Can you see? This is fatal and is a male. It was not clean. I honestly don't know what that means. But then, yeah, that's exactly what the data set is about. It's just about shark attacking people on different beach, right? In different countries. So yeah, that's exactly what we want to do today. We want to answer some question. Now, let's say we no, let's say I'm the UN president. When there's okay, okay, someone said number two. So let's say I'm not even one UN president. Let's say I'm what is this World Peace President? There's this World Peace Organization. I can't remember. Okay, let's just say I'm UN president. UN president, like is it UNICEF? I think that's UNICEF is for child. Okay, let's say I'm the thank you. Let's say I'm the president of UNICEF. I think UNICEF is more like child, but let's say now in this case, I'm just generally concerned about reducing the mortality rates in the world, right? So I was given this type of data sets. I was given this type of data. Then I employed you guys as data analysts to actually see, okay, what area need the most help? Where can I deploy a lot of security to reduce the mortality rate? What can I do? Which gender is prone to this attack, right? Which age rate is prone to this attack? Who should understand? Like just trying to put some things in place. Then I employ you. Then I just ask you to answer this type of question, business question. So then, how do we answer this type of question? So number one, please can we go on? Return the distinct type of shark attack. Now we want to return the type of shark attack. How many type of shark attack do we have? Is it one? Is it two? Is it three? Is it four? Is it five? How many type of shark attack do we have? Now, please, can you tell me this query? No, that's
Yes, you are going to select.
okay. Select. Now, do you understand why I changed it to capital letter?
Yes,
Okay, because
distinct
keywords should be in capital letter. 16. Okay.
into brackets.
Wait, is this spelling correct? 16.
Distinct.
Okay.
Yes,
Into
distinct.
brackets.
Shark attack. Oh, wait, yes. Yes, yes, shark attack it's supposed to be.
I should write shark attack.
Wait, can I see all the columns? We want to select the distinct.
These are the columns. Let me just click on this one. So these are the columns.
Okay, wait, let me see the columns. Case number here. I think okay. So which one are we going to use?
Okay, now it is
We
very
want to know
simple. Type of shark attack. Where can we find type of shark attack in these columns?
mm,
We don't have a lot of time.
maybe activity.
Column 3.
Column 3. Thank you. That's type. This is type of shark attack. You understand? So it's just the type. Now do you
Okay.
understand?
Okay. Type.
Okay.
Close the
Okay.
brackets.
It's a
From
bracket. From
the table name attack.
attack. Okay. So we're actually given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5. That means one is null, one is empty. So we can just do something like this. You can just do counts. So in case I just want to count it, sorry. You can actually see we have 5. So, but anyway, this is what I need. This is what I need. Distinct counts. But as a professional, right, you won't just return something like this. You won't just return something like this. It is better you actually order it. You have to order it to actually make it look because you can see null value here. You don't want it to return null value. So now let's order it alphabetically. How do we do that?
We are going to order by
Order by what? Order by what?
type. Distinct type.
Then
Mm.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Descending.
Ascending. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just do ascending. Doesn't matter. How does any mistake? How about error from distinct type order by new express? Okay. I just feel like this is one of the bug in SQL. Let's just run this one. But the code is actually correct. I don't see it on now. Okay, let's just move to number 2. But then to resolve this type of thing, you can actually check ChatGPT. So yeah, Control C. Because yes, you just have to know the importance of ChatGPT too. Let's check. Okay. So I was saying instead of distinct type, this one should be type only. Okay, good. So we get it now. So yeah, you just have to know the importance of this ChatGPT and stuff too. It helps you as an analyst to just get the question. I guess you understand now. Okay, great. So now number two, please can you start? I mean, it's just something you know, but maybe you forgot at that particular point. So you can just do ChatGPT. So please, number two, we don't have a lot of time. Yeah, you have eight questions.
Can I see the question, sir?
Which area has the most attack?
uh, select area.
Okay. Okay. So I can just write something like this so you can see the stuff very well. So let's start from attack. So this is just to show all the table, right? So now I can hear your
Okay.
query. What's the query? Select what?
Yes, sir.
Remember, what you are trying to solve is that which area has the most attack? Like which area here has the most attack? Oh, sorry, I've actually told you the answer. Okay, either ways, let's go. Select what? I can hear you.
Select area.
Okay,
I can't see the question again.
okay, I'm coming.
Open. Okay, so let me
Okay, select area.
open brackets, close brackets. Select area. Okay. Most inside.
Hmm?
From attack.
From attack.
Order by
Whatever.
most.
This actually look incorrect actually. So let me just maybe I will just solve this. So now we want to see, we are asked which area has the most attack. Remember, that means this thing is very simple. It's just a thing of the brain. You just how to what do you call it? I said earlier, it's just like a complex query. Now, what are they expecting? Which area has the most attack? That is, how many incidents, how many attacks has happened in Western Australia? How many attacks has happened in Victoria? How many attack has happened in Florida? You understand? So how can we know the one that have the most attack? By counting the number, by counting the number of area, the repeated area, by counting the number of area, the way they are repeated, right? Now, how many times is Victoria being is repeated? Now, if Victoria's I don't get that. Are you asking me a question? I can hear a voice. Okay, so maybe it's not this person. But what I'm just trying to say is that now this area, how many times can we get this area? Because for every data set here, for every row, it is an attack before your country can be registered here or can be documented here. That means there was an attack, right? So that means how many times can I actually see your name here? So I want to count the number of this area. So the first thing I'm doing is what I'm counting. I'm counting. What am I counting? I'm counting the number of what area. So counting this number of area, if I should run something like this, If I should run something like this, it's just giving me number of counts, right? But then that's not what I want. I don't want to know. I know, okay, now all the areas present in this attack is 41. But that's not the question. The question is what? Which area has the most attack? Which particular area? To actually get that, I want to know, okay, if Florida is 19, that means that is the attack that happened in Florida is 19, the attack that happened in Victoria is 20. How can I do something like that? So I can actually just return the name of the area. If I should return the name of the area, remember this is an aggregate. This is what? This is not an aggregate. So what do you think we need to add to this thing to complete this query? That's when group by come into place. Remember we did something like group by the other time. We did something like what? Group by the other time, sorry. Yeah, we did something like group by the other time. So which means what are we grouping it by? Which one? Are we grouping it by the one that has the aggregates, or the one or the column that does not have the aggregates? We will group for every group by we use what's the one that does not have what's an aggregate. So we use what's group by area. Now let me run this. So now we can actually see something like Western Australia. We can see 3 attacks happen. But if you actually sum this thing up, it is what it will give me 41. But then remember, Florida has the most stuff like this. So there is something I can do. Normally, as a human being, you want the area to be on the left side and the count to be on the right side. So you can just change this one, Control X. Just change it to this one, to this place, right? So then let me run it like this. So now this look readable. So you can actually see that, okay, Western Australia suffered 3 attacks in this particular data set. Florida suffered the 10 attack. So now I actually want to make sense of this data. I want to order it, right? I want to, what do you say? I want to order it by in descending order. So what would be the query I'm writing there? What would be the query? I'll be ordering it by what? Order by what? I want to order it by what? By this
Order
particular
by
stuff. So I'll just
uh,
count area. So Control C. So this one is
order
what? Control V.
uh,
So I want it in what? In descending order. So now this look good. Now I can actually see that, okay, Florida has the most attack. Western Australia has the most attack. But in a way, I feel like Florida is in the US. Australia is in Australia. Carolina, is Carolina in Canada or US? Eh? I know this for sure. Wales is in the UK. Is in the UK, yeah. California. I think California is another country. It's an area in
US.
California. It's in the US, right? So now I can actually say, if I'm the president now, I can actually say that a lot of attack is happening where in the US. Because now let's just say I want the top 5. I can actually say limit 5. Can you see? So now this is exactly how to make sense of the data sets. This is exactly how to make sense of the data sets. Now, please, do you understand? Okay. And we now have a lot of stuff. So I guess I just thinking. Now, which country has the most attack? I guess this one should be simple. So who's going for this one?
Select from the attack.
Okay. So select from where? From
I mean, the
attack,
table
right?
should come back. Select from
Okay, the table.
select.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
select
Got
from attack.
Okay. So which country has the most attack? I want to know which particular country has the most attack.
Select. So can you hear me
What
now?
particular country? Yeah, I can.
Ah, the network also. It's the network. Oh. Eh, select country,
Country. Okay.
comma,
Okay.
then count into bracket country.
Now, do you understand why we are doing count, right?
Yes,
We're
sir.
trying to know, okay, where exactly do we have the most incidents of this attack, and that's why we are counting it. So now we have count, we have an aggregate here, we now have an aggregate here. What do you think we are using then? After this one, there's an aggregate, there's now an
Comma,
aggregate. What do you think we'll be using after from?
comma,
There will be a comma here. Okay.
from
From
attack.
attack,
Okay.
comma.
They will now group by the country.
Okay. Group by why is it that I'm grouping by country and not count by country?
Because I want to know the country that has the most attack. So I want to
Okay,
group them to
because
know the
we
one that
actually
has
did
the
not
most.
actually, the answer should be we actually did not perform what do you call it? Group by on aggregate column. So we actually perform in the one that does not have an aggregate. So in this case, it will be what's group country. So group by country. Then yeah, let's run this and let's see what we have. Okay, there's you said you have an error in your SQL syntax. What do you think there should be an error in this place? Who can help him out?
The comma
The
after
group should
the
be
attack.
small letter.
What do you say?
The comma after the
The
attack.
group.
No, no, no.
Uh-huh.
Once you see something like this, I have a red here. That means there's something that's
The
happening
group
between
is
this
capital
row
letter. Only
two.
G will take only G will take capital letter.
Okay, that's another problem. You see, in SQL, it doesn't matter if you are using capital letter, if you are using small letter. It is not case sensitive. No matter if I change it to okay, let me do something like that. Okay, let's run this. It is still giving me you have an error in your SQL syntax. So it's not
Why
like
now?
it's not case sensitive. It's because after this form,
I
there
will
should not
remove the
be
comma.
a comma. Okay, now once I remove the comma and I press Control Enter, can you see it is returning the answer? That means if I actually change this one to capital letter 2, it's still giving me the answer. That's why I said we are not actually case this SQL is not case sensitive. It, either it is capital letter, either it is small letter, it doesn't matter. Do you understand?
Sorry, sir. What was the issue before? The network is not allowed to see it.
What I said was either it is capital letter or it is not capital letter. It doesn't matter because SQL is not case sensitive.
Okay, why is it showing that red before?
Because there is a comma after this from. There
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
there shouldn't be any comma after this thing. That's why it is showing red. Now let's just order it. So I just want to order it by what? Order by what? By this particular thing. So I just Control C here and let's do the same thing. So now I can actually see, okay, USA has the most casualty. Then we have Australia, then Italy. Then I can actually do limit too. Limit, let's say 5. So now I can actually see my top 5 country here. So in a way,
No
I
problem.
actually know
I'm
I
sure
actually
almost.
know where. Do you understand now? Please, do we
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
understand? Okay. So we solving number 4. Or should we solve it together? It's because there's no much time anymore. Thank you. Interesting.
Help us copy the
So,
question
what
as I
type of
heard.
activity?
Select
Since you will not give
what type
another
of
person to
activity.
talk to me, select one. Mhm. Then, what type of activity lead to most attack? So, how do we do that? Oh yeah, this one should be simple because I've done like 2 example cases here. What type of activity? Is can we see it in chorus? Anyone?
Select
Okay, select. Let's have it.
No, sir.
Select what?
activity.
Activity. Okay, continue.
Wait. What type of activity leads to most attack?
Come now, I can hear you. Anyone?
I think we're
Yes,
counting
please.
by type. Oh,
So you see,
I can hear you.
you see activity, count,
yeah, I think we're counting by type.
count,
Count what?
activity.
Thank
Right?
you. Count activity. Because we want to know the activity that lead to most attack. That's why we are counting the activity. Now, what's the next thing?
From
From attack.
From attack. Okay. Okay. Can I run it? How do I still have more clues?
By activity.
What's it?
group by activity.
Okay, group by. Okay. So now I actually want to order it, right? So how do I go about that?
Order by count activity descending.
Order by count activity. See. Okay, then you can actually see. Then now let's get on the top 5. So how do we do that?
Limit 5.
Limit 5. So yeah, we can actually see that. Okay, swimming. But then I do not like this count activity. How can I change this column name? I can just change this one as
As
count. Anything. I mean, it depends on you. So this is count. We have swimming, surfing, spearfishing, bodyboarding, then we have snorkeling. So yeah, that's number 4. I guess it's becoming simpler, right? So now number 5, this one should be easy. Which sex is prone to attack? And just run this one. So which sex is prone to attack? So now let's run it because I actually want to start this thing by 6 p.m. So you can actually start today's class by 6 p.m. So which sex is prone to attack? How can we write the query? So now it is very simple. What do you think they are expecting in these results? Okay, I can hear you. Select what?
Let's sex.
Select sex. Thank you.
Count sex.
What's sex again? What's it?
Count sex. Like in the bracket.
Okay, I should count it again. Okay.
So we can put what do you call? We can put the alias now or later. So
Okay.
from attack
As what?
as count. So it's all the
As count. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can write anything there. Just okay. Let's continue.
from
from attack. Now, you notice when I'm writing all my keywords, they are in capital letter. Because as a professional, you just have to write it. You just have to write as a professional. You just have to present yourself as a professional. So from where? From
Attack.
attack. Let's move on. Okay.
By sex.
Group by.
Group by sex.
Okay. So you can see May 27, female 20. Good. So now let's do number 6. Thank you. This is correct as far as I'm concerned. So in a way, you can actually see that male is more prone to female. Male is more prone to attack to female than female. I was thinking it's otherwise that day. Okay, that's number 5, I guess. Now, number 6. Now, do anyone know why I'm adding two dash before I can write this thing? Before I paste this thing? Can anyone tell me the reason why I'm doing something like that?
For SQL to see it as a comment.
As a comment, thank you. Okay, so it won't think, oh, this is a code, because actually this is not a code, it's just a comment. So just for me to actually know that, okay, this is what I'm doing. So this is number 6. So now, what does age group mean? When I say age group, what does it mean?
Average.
Age category.
Yeah?
Average.
When you say average, no. When you say age group, when you say you go and play with your age group, what does that mean?
Age categories.
Thank you. That is maybe I'm supposed to be playing now. Then you not expect me to be playing with well, I can, in a rare case, I can, but normally, let's just say in normal setting, right? So you not expect me to be playing with like 2, 3 years old, right? Maybe let's say we are playing football now. You not expect me to be playing football with 2-year-old. Let's say he or she is not my family or my friend, or let's say on normal field, like normal field. I cannot just go there. Then my opponent will be 4 years old. You understand? So I have to play with my age group, right? People in my age group doesn't mean they have to be exactly my age. They don't have to be at my exact age, but they are in my age category, right? So that's exactly now voting. You don't expect to see someone less than 18 there, because the age group of people voting is greater than 18. So in this case, how do you actually separate these people into age group? So the first thing you want to do, because I don't think I've done this before, so I would like to just take this part. So the first thing I want to see is that, okay, I want to see the age we have here and how I can actually do something with them. So I want to see the distinct age that is present in this data sets. So from there, I will actually now I will group them into groups. So this first thing is what? Select distinct. What do I want to see? What do I want to see?
Age.
Distinct what? Age. So this one will be
Sorry, sir, I can't
age,
see the screen again.
right? Well, I'm using two screen here and I can see it. Please, can you see it from other? Please,
Yes.
can you see it? Can anyone see the screen?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I guess it's your network, sir. So this one will be what's from where? From attack, right? So I can actually see I have so you know what? I actually want to order it. So order by what? My age. So I have 11 to 60. I can see 6 here, even though I ordered it. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with the 6. Well, we are not doing data cleaning now. Probably there's an empty space after the 6. Let me just see. Let's do something like this. 2. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's start the 21. Okay, 2. Choose what's again. What's that? 2. Okay, well, I don't want to do the, I should write a soft query or just show me. Well, I'm lazy. So now, what I'm doing is that I can actually see that you have 11 to 73, 11 to 73. So how can I possibly get separate them into different age groups? So if I say 11 to 20, that means I'll be having 7 groups. But then I only have 173. What if I take them in 11 to 30? Right, 11 to 30. All I have to, if I do 11 to 30, that's 20. That's 20 people, right? Then the next people will be 30 to 50. Then I have 50 to 70. Then I have greater than 70. Okay. Let's do like that. I mean, normally they should give you what you should do. So now let's do 11 to 13. So 11 to 30 should be what? You should call them what? Are they young? Probably. Then 31 to what? 31 to 50 should be what?
Adults.
Okay. If this one are adults, then what is now 51 to 17?
Elder.
Okay, elder. Then whatever is greater than 17, that's 71 to 19. That should be one.
Old age.
Anyway, that's good.
Grandpa.
They have okay. Then just comment this arts. So we have this one. So then let's make another column. So how do I add a column to my stuff here? To my already data to the data set I've had. Grandpa. Okay, I actually want to add another column here. So how do I add the column? Yeah. Okay, there's not
Alter.
much time. I only have 3 minutes.
Alter table.
So it will be alter. Thank you. Why am I altering? What's the name of the table I'm altering?
Attack.
So it will be alter table. So what do I want to do? I want to add.
Add.
What do I want to add?
Add column.
What's the name of the column name?
Age group.
Let's say it is age group. So what is the data type of the column? What are you expecting?
Varchar. No. Integer.
Varchar. So it will be integer.
Varchar.
It will be Varchar now because you want to put young, you want to put adults, so it will be Varchar. I guess you understand, Sha. So what will be inside the brackets?
22.
I guess it should not be more than 15. Let us say 15. So then I can actually run it like this. So it's giving me. So now if I should actually select, let's select it. Now you can see I'm writing in small letter. Please don't copy this one because I'm running out of time. That's why I'm just trying to be fast. From attack. So you can actually see that I've created another age group here. So now I actually want to update this thing. I want to fill this column with some values. So it will be what? Update what? What am I updating? What's the column I'm updating?
Age group.
Sorry, what's the table I'm updating? That should be the first thing.
Attack.
So it will be update attack because I actually want to fill in this particular column. That will be update attack. So after update, what do you think it's next? After update, it will be what? Set.
Set
Remember we did this thing, right? Set. What is the column name?
age group.
Select sex age group towards equals to what? So the first thing is you want to change it, you want to enter young. So that is now young. Let me add this. So now let me explain. Why do you think the first thing is, you know how I created the table? It is very simple. Alter table attack, add age group varchar 15, then the table is created. Then now I want to fill in this column name. I want to fill in this column name. Then I can actually see that everything is null, everything is empty. So then I'm trying to update this thing, this table, by setting this age group to young. That is this everything here, wherever I see null, change it to young. But remember that that's not the intention. The intention should be wherever age group is with between 11 to 13. So that means if I should run it now, every particular, all the age group here, all the rows here will be young. But remember, I have to specify. So it will be where what? Where
Age
age,
equals.
where age, right?
Yes.
I think it's between. I'm not sure. I don't think is there. I'm not sure this is there. But then let's do something. Now I'm skeptical. I don't know if it is there or not. But then if I run this and I have a mistake in my query, then I'll just delete my is, then it should work. When age is between 11 and it's just English. When age is between 11 and what 13, that is update this attack. Wherever we see what 11, age between 11 to 13, it should be what? It should be young. So I'm not sure this is there. So now let me run this, control enter. So you have an error in your SQL code. I expect that. So now if I should control enter, it runs. I know. Now let's do select star from attack. I can also press this. Now let's go to our last column. Can you see now we have young and the age is what? 19. We have 30. It is set to what? Young. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or should I go back again? Okay, I think they
Understood.
do. They do, they do understand. Do understand. Okay, now that's 11 to 30. Remember, we have to do it for what? 31 to 50, 51 to 70, 71 to 19. So then you can just copy this one, Control C, Control V. So update attack, set age group into what's the next one? Sorry, adult. I think the next one
Adults.
is adults. And the age group is what?
31 to
Um,
50.
15. Okay, let's run this one, Control Enter. So now let's run this one again. Where is it? Oh, sorry. So then I can see it has populated some rows with adults too, and the age is what 48. So then that's how we okay, now let's continue. Update attack control C to V. So what's the next one? Sorry.
Elder.
Elderly. Okay. And the age group is what?
51 to 70.
51 to 17. So let's run this. So before I check it, please, I just want to be done with everything. Control C, Control V. So the one is what? And the last one is, I think, guess it's old age, right? I can't remember. So this one is what? 71. No, where age is greater than. Now you can just say age is greater than 71, right? That is,
Yeah.
even if you are 1000, you should be what? You should be old age. I guess you understand. It's just English. So control, let's run this one. Let's run this one. So let's do select from attack. Control C. I said control C. Sorry, let me run it. Okay, then I can still have a null. Oh, null. That says there is no age. That's why it is null. Okay. But I feel like we are done with everything per se, right? So if you have a null, that means the age is not populated. Do we get? Please, do we get
Yes.
what I just did? Now I've actually created a new column. I've actually created a new column. Now let's answer the question. The question is what age group is prone to attack? Now I think that one should be easy for us. So how can we solve that one?
Select
So it got select
age group.
age group. Hmm,
Count, comma,
okay.
count
And
age
what?
group
Okay.
from
I can hear
attack.
you. From what?
Attack.
Okay. Am I done?
Group by
Group by what?
age group.
Age group.
Order by
Okay. What have I?
count
Other
age group.
counts. Age group. But do you know I
Ascend.
can make the age group sexy though? Okay. Good. Let's say descending. Now you can actually see that people that are prone to shark attack are young people. Please do you understand? Now let's just change this one to counts by using the alias counts. Oh, okay. Please do we understand?
Yes.
Um, okay, I just want to believe everyone understand. So yeah, that's how to solve that. Yeah, well, it's not easy. I mean, you use like how many page? 51 from code 51 to 75 to just answer the question. But yeah, it's simple though. So how many dates were recorded? So how do you think we can actually get this one number 7? Oh my goodness, there's not much time again. Number
We are
7.
going to count filter. I think.
Fatal, thank you. So how can we count fatal?
Select
Okay.
count.
Oh, I think there's something wrong with this. Okay, so that's what count what.
Count filter.
Yes, I think there's something wrong with this. I'm guessing it's now. It will now go. Hold on. Let me check something. Okay. Because there's space between these things, so it will give us problem. Okay. I think I just need to put it in a column. Okay. Now let's continue. Count fatal. Right. So let me just copy like this. Just see. So I'm just doing this because I'm late actually. I'll have allowed everyone to talk. So from attack, so the next thing should be what? Group by. Group by what? No, let's go. Actually, this is correct though. But yeah, the mistake will be the space. That's why we don't put space. When you have a space in SQL, it return error. So now I can actually see it's actually supposed to be. I mean, it's correct.
I think someone is trying to
But
end the call.
end the call.
Someone is trying to join the call. She said you should accept her.
Okay, I think I have. Okay. Well, there is a problem, and the problem is what? It's just about the column header. So yeah, that's exactly what we do. That's where we'll be stopping tonight. So, do we have any question before we move on to what we are supposed to learn today? Do you have any question? But then we have a greater insight on how to solve question on using SQL, right? Do we? Let's solve it now. Sorry. Please stop. Do we have a greater understanding? Okay. Great.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Though we
Great.
don't have
So now,
something to work on, I think.
I mean, you can just populate your data set. That's not even an excuse. I mean, I do populate my data sets in the class too. Just do calculate create table, then you search values, then give yourself some question. I mean, you can just watch this question and just well, I should actually give you a project to work on. But then there's a lot of project. That's why I'm skeptical about giving us a project. But there's some project on ground, so yeah, we still talk about that. So now let's just go about that. What we are supposed to do today. So I think I prepared a data set, a picture. So today we'll be going to check SQL joins. I mean, this looks like a Venn diagram. I know a lot of us have heard about Venn diagram. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Now I just want to explain this to you. Please just it is tricky. Let me prepare our mind. It is tricky, but then it is very simple. Now, let's say let me use as when I was marking the assignments. Okay. Now let's say we have a table. Name. Oh God, I should have prepared this. Let's say we have name. Let's say we have sheet two. Then we have honor. Then we have page. Then we have sheet two. Plus then 20. 20. Don't know what happened to my mouse. Okay, then we have 13. So now, okay, that's a particular table. Then we now have class. If you are 10 years old, you have age. Then you have 10, 20, then you have 13. If you are 10 years old, you should be in your elementary school. Elementary school. If you are 20, you should be in the university. If you are 30, you should be in the postgraduate school. Postgraduate. I just want to explain something. Postgraduate school. So this one is at education. Now, these are two different tables. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Now, these are two different tables. We have, thank you. We have name and age. Now, this guy, Shitu, is of 10 years old. Then we have Ola 20. Then we have Yinka 13. Now, we are expecting anyone who is 10 years old should be what? Should be studying, should be, his or her education level should be what? Should be in the elementary school. Then this guy who is 20 years old should be what? Should be currently in the studying in the university. Then this guy who is 30 years old should be what? Should be studying in postgraduate. That's what we are expecting in this table. Now, what we call joins is now this is a particular table. This is a particular table. Then I actually want to join this table. I want to match it with this table. That is, wherever I see sheet two, who is 10 years old, the thing I should see here should be what element. I should see something like this. Control C. You understand? Now that is, I want to join everything there. That okay. Whenever I see sheet 2, then I want to see the elementary school. In a way, I actually want to see everything, not everything per se, but in this case, I actually want to see the education. I want to match. But in some cases, this one can be sorry, pardon my mouse. Just okay. Oh my goodness. What happened to my mouse? Let me back. Okay. Now let's say we have 30, 20, 10. Now, how do we actually join? Sorry, I'm having some problem with my mouse. I don't know what's happening. Now, how do I actually join this education rights? Now, how do I actually join? Now, let's say we are this one. Now, how do I actually accurately join this one, this 10, to match this 10? This 20 should match this 20. This 30 should match this 30. Now, the first thing is that we know that we want to join, and that's why we are treating what SQL join. We want to join these tables, this particular table. Now, we have to know what is common here and this it is common here. What is common here? What's common here?
Age.
What can we see here? And we can also see here. This age,
Age.
right? You know, this if this is supposed to be a student, then we should have maybe matric number. Let's say this one, then this particular guy is 2. That's the matric number. Let's say this particular guy is 3. So let's just say ID. ID. So then now this is what we call foreign key. The one what we can see, what is common in two table. In this case, in this particular table, this is what it is its primary key. Primary key. In this particular table, it is secondary key. But this one, because it is common here, it can also be found here. That's what we call it foreign key. Foreign key is just something that we can see in it's like internationally, something that is present in this nation and is also present in another nation. Exactly. So we can actually see it in this table, then we can also see it in this table. And that's why we call it foreign key. Now I want to match my foreign key together. You know that I want to match my foreign key to together. That is, wherever I see 10, match it with this 10. And the education it will return will be what? Elementary school. Wherever I see 20, match it with this 20. And wherever the education it will return will be what? University. Wherever I see 30, match it with this 30. And this education will be what? Will be postgraduate school. That's exactly what is SQL. Now have different type of joins. Now we have left join, we have right join, we have left join. Let me just say the major one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this is the most common. Inner join, full outer join, right join, left join. Now we have different type of use case. Now let's say the first thing we want to think about is what left join. No, let's do inner join. Okay. So now we now have another guy who is 4, and this guy is what is what's his name? Let's just say AJ. Then he's of 15. Then we have another guy, and then we have another age, which is 14. Then we are expecting this guy to be doing the professor. I don't know that if that's his screen, but then professor. Okay. Now, what do we mean by inner join? Inner join, from the word inner join, that is what is common here. Join what is common here, what can be found here and can be found here. Now, that is this one, this inner join, if I should call inner join, I'm expecting it to return something like this. Something like this. Why? And this one will be excluded. This particular row will be excluded. So if I should call inner join, I'm expecting something like this. Why? Because this one, I can see 10, 20, 30. It is common here. This one has 15. This second table does not have 15. That is what is common here, and it is common here. And that's why it is returning the only thing that is common here. That's exactly what we call inner join. Now, when you say left join, so now what we call what we refer to as left join, from the word left join, that means okay, we prioritize whatever it is in the left table. Now we have this guy AJ15, but then this 15 years old, we were not given the particular the education level of this particular guy. But then because this is a table, this is the left table. So it will only join, it won't erase anything, because this 15 is not here. It will prioritize whatever it is here. It will prioritize the left table, then add whatever it can find in this right table. Now it can find the education in right table, it will add it to it. It can find 10, 20, 30. But then it can't find 15. But then 15 cannot be erased. Why? Because it is prioritizing the left table. But if it is inner join, it has to match everything. I can find 10, return 10. I can find 20, return 20. I can find 30, return 30. I can't find 15, remove 15. You understand? That's what we call inner join. Left join, prioritizing the left table. Now, who can tell me what are you expecting if it is right join? If it is right join, what are we expecting?
It is also going to prioritize the right table.
Exactly. So now we are expecting something like this. We're expecting something like this. I think this one. What's 13? That's solution for. And 20 is around them. This one should not. Okay. Then we should expect something like this. This one should be. So then, even though we can't find what to match with 40, but then because you are prioritizing the right table, this one will be what? Will be won't be touched, won't be altered. But then this one will be altered. This AJ will not be returned. For this AJ to be returned, it has to be, we have to prioritize the left table. For this professor to be returned, we have to prioritize the right table. But then if you don't need what is common here and what is not common here, if you only need what is common in both table, that's when we use what inner join. But then we want to see everything, left table, right table, we want to see everything. That's when we use what? That's when we use full outer join. Full outer join. Now, do you understand at least a little bit about what join is? Yes, we do. Okay, great. So now let's look at this picture to understand a little bit about it. Now, left join. I'm prioritizing the left table. But then anything I can find in the left table that is in right table, I will return it. Right join, I'm prioritizing the right table. But then anything that can be found in left table that is also present in the right table will be returned. Full outer table, you are data in the left table, data in the right table, or everything will be returned. But inner join, eh, everything that is common between table A and table B will only be returned. You understand the four table now, the four type of joins that we have. Do we? Okay, great. Now let's write some SQL codes on it. My phone starts. Now remember we did this table the other day. Let me just remember we created this thing. Were you there? I guess we were all here. When I created
Yes,
this table,
product and
yes,
customers.
no product and customers. Thank you. I guess everyone is here. So where is it? This customer table, this product table. Now let's look at something. Please let's break this thing. Um, okay. Now I actually want to see. Let's understand this thing. We have customer ID. We have first name, last name. That is the name of our customer. Then we have the product box. Then we have the product ID, the product amounts. Then in this product table, we have the product one, the product ID, the product, the cost price. Now let's say in this place, I can actually know how much I'm getting in each product. Do you understand? I don't know how much I'm getting in each product. But then there's product ID here, linking it to what? To this product here, to this product ID here. This thing is looking a little bit confusing. But then please just pay rapt attention so you can actually get this once and for all because we don't even have much time left. So then please now let's say we have this customer again. Let me just go back. I can actually know from this table, I don't know how much I'm gaining because this is the amount I sold it to this customer. I don't know how much is the cost price. For this toy now, for me to sell it to this AJ, that is this cost I'm selling at this particular price. That means it pays me for me to sell it at this particular price. That is, I've bought this particular toy for at least let's say 400 naira. Then I'm putting 100 naira profit. Then I'm selling it at 500 naira. But then I can't see the profit here. But I want to join. I want to join this particular table with this particular table. Now the first question is, how can I join them? What is common here? That is also common here.
Product ID.
Yeah, please do you all agree that product ID is common? Because we can actually see product ID here, and then we can actually see product ID. So this type of column we call them what? We call them foreign key.
Foreign key.
Do you understand? Foreign key. Do you understand? So that's the first thing. We already know that okay, the product ID is common here. That is this number one now. Let's drop this thing. I actually want to drop this particular product box. So I want to explain something. To drop a product, to drop a column, you just say alter. What are we at? What are we at? What's the table name?
Attack.
Customer.
Customers.
General attack. So drop what? Column. What's the name of the column?
Product
Product
bot.
box. So then let's run this again. So then I've seen that there's not much product again. So I just want to delete this query. But then now let's say this customer table. The only thing I know is that okay, this particular customer bought product one. But then I don't know what particular product is this product one. But then in this product table, it is clear to me that for product one is what toy. Product two is what food. Product three is Legos, and product four is computers. But then in this particular table, I'm only presented with what numbers.
Product
But then
ID.
I can't understand what numbers are. Do you understand? So how can
Yeah.
I link the first column with the second column? So that's when we use join.
Join.
So in this particular case, what's it?
Right join.
Okay, in this particular case, yeah, in a way you're too forward, but then in this particular case, what type of join am I using and why? Why? What type of column? Am I using inner join? Am I using left join? Am I using right join? Am I using full outer join? So then to not waste any time, it is inner join. Why? Because one, everything that's present here is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm the one that created this data set. So I know it's everything that's present here is 1, 2, 3, 4. And every product ID that is present here it is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So both of them are they are common. They are common. Like they have columns, they have values that are common between what can be found in product in customers table can be found in product table. That's why we'll be using what inner join. So how do you write this query? So the first thing is what select star. I mean that's easy. Select star from, so what's the first table? What's the name of the first table? Customers, right? So from customer, that is, select everything from this customers table. Then what will be the next thing? Someone should guess. What will be the next code I'm
Inner
writing?
join.
Inner
Inner
join.
join. But then, thank you. Inner join. Inner join. Inner join. It has to be in capital letter because it's a keyword. Inner join. What am I joining with? What's the name of the poem? What's the name of
Product.
the table I'm joining with? What's
Product.
it?
Products.
Products. Thank you. Thank you. So how can SQL connect this particular customer and products together? How can it what's join the two together?
Product ID.
Thank you.
Product
That
ID.
means the next thing I'll be writing will be on what? Product
Product
ID.
ID.
It should be product ID. But then I have to specify that the first what's the first column here? First table, customers, right? You write something like customer dot product ID. That is customer, the table. This is the table. Then if you see something like this, customer products. Don't let me go that far. Let me just do something. So you see something like customer dot product ID, it means customers table, product ID column. Do you understand? So now
Yes.
I will now write equals to, what is the second column? What is the second table? Product table, I mean. Products dot product ID. So now let me come again. Remember, this one is simple. So let's start from the first table is what customer. Then I want to do what inner join with the second table, which is what product table. I think we understand to this step, right? So the next thing is how can we connect the two together? In some cases, this product ID may not be product ID. It may be, let's say, it may be customer's ID. It may be PRDID. But then you have to say that you have to tell SQL that, okay, join this particular column to this particular column. So then I'm joining this customers table. I'm joining this product ID on customers table to match with product ID on product table. That's why I'm writing this one. I guess you understand. Then I will add my semicolon, then control enter. So now I can actually see that product ID, this is the first column, this is the first table. Then this is the second table. This is the beginning of second table. Then now I can see that 1 is what toy, 2 is food, 3 is Legos, and 4 is what computer. It's actually matching it. For everywhere it sees 1, it is returning what toy. For everywhere it sees 1, it is returning toy. For 4, it knows that it is returning computer. And that's how we actually run what's inner join. But then SQL is made easy. When you want to use inner join, because inner join is the most common join we use. So instead of writing inner join, you can actually write join only. So if you write, press Ctrl Enter, Excel will know that Excel, SQL will know that okay, you are trying to do what inner join. Okay, someone is raising arms. Okay, I can hear your question. Oh, okay. You send me a message. So let me check. Sorry, I'm using to screen. At what point do you know the kind of join to use? At what point do you know the kind of joint to use? Oh, please. Okay. I think I will explain this. Thank you. Thank you for calling my attention. But then just continue with the class. I'll explain this later on. So, what was I saying? Okay. Now, that's number one. So, inner join, let me just explain this thing. Well, how do I know the type of join to use? Well, it depends on the question. It depends on the question I'm trying to solve. But then tomorrow we have a lot of use cases, a lot of application question. But then today I'm just trying to introduce you to join basically. So in a way, you really do not need to know when to use it. By tomorrow, that should be clear to you. You don't have a lot of time. Now, Mr. Ahmed, can I hear you? I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Good evening.
Yeah, I actually want to ask a question concerning the join. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
So the only thing I can deduct from this is that the two tables have joined together. Meanwhile, I was expecting that we are going to have only product ID, just one in the both table, but we are having in two places here. Do you understand the question?
What? Yeah, I do.
Though
Now
it
it
is
is
the
easy.
idea that
It is
it's just
easy
the
for
only
us
one.
to manipulate that. It is very easy. Now remember, you do select all. You are the one that call all. That is, return everything that can be found in table one and also everything that can be found in table two. Now let's say I just need first name, last name. Then I need what else? I need products, then category. So then instead of calling everything, so I'll start with first name. What do I need? I need, oh sorry, what I press? Sorry, my mouse is a little bit. How do I get my start? Sorry for that. First name. So I have first name. Then I need last name for the customer. Oh, okay, let's say product ID. I actually don't need product ID. Let's say product name. I need products. Products. Yeah, I don't need products. Then I need the category. Okay. Then let's run this one now. Can you see? It's just because I'm calling everything, and that's why I'm seeing everything. But then if you want to tailor it down, you can actually see that okay, this is what you actually want. So it's the query you write, and that's the answer it is giving you. So now I can actually see that this AGLI is buying this product, and the category of that product is what is toy. Is accessories. Sorry. Do you understand now? So that's basically now you can see I'm actually answering to to a question with two tables by joining them together. So but then let me just put star here. But still say like beginner space. Then these like the two tables combined. But then you can actually return maybe you want the amounts. You understand? You can actually return the amounts. But then now let's make it a little bit trickier. What if actually want to do something like now you can see writing customers is a little bit tedious for me. So you can actually just change this one as A and this one as B. Oh, I'm not sure this thing will work. But then now, because customers alias is what is A and customer and product alias is B. So instead of writing customers here, this one will be what A dot product ID and this one will be what B dot B dot product ID. So let's run this one. So it's still giving the same thing. Now, why do we need this thing? In case there's some question we want to write. I'm only writing one join here. For you to answer that kind of question, you write at least like 4 or 5 joins. You understand? You write at least like 4 or 5 joins. So in that case, writing the name of the table can be tedious. I mean, it's just alias. That is, wherever you see customers, you are representing as A. Wherever you see product, you are representing it as B. Now, this is the use case. I have A dot. This one is easier to write. Now, let's say I want to return product ID. Remember, I can find product ID in table A, in customers table. And also I can find product ID in what is the name of this table again? What's the name of this second table? Product
Products.
table. Okay. Yeah, in this product table. Because I can find this product ID. So now let's say I want to return product ID. Then and it's not bringing anything. It's saying product ID in field list is ambiguous. That is unclear. That is which one are you trying to return? Is it the product ID from the customers table or the product ID from the product table? That's when this alias come into play. So instead of writing customers dots, if I should write customers dots product ID, it will actually work. But then remember, because I've actually named this one as an alias, so this one will be what? A. So can we see? It's returning the product ID of what? Of customers table. But then if I mean the product ID of product table, sorry, this one will be B. Can we see? Now let's say I don't have an alias here. I don't have an alias here. And I can actually call this one what? Customers. Is there a? Oh, okay. I have to change this one. Customer. This one works. That's so can we see? So it's just like it is the same thing, but then using alias makes the work faster and easier. So I just want to use A. So wherever I see customers, I want to replace it with what A. So wherever I see product, I want to replace it as what B. So this one will be what B. Okay, do you understand now? Do you understand the use cases? How to use alias and stuff? Okay,
Please,
great.
can you repeat?
So that's basically how my next guy. Okay. Let me try that something. Let's do something like this. Where is it? Now, let's say, where is it? Sorry. I'm trying to say the first code I wrote. I can't remember. Okay, this is supposed to be star. English what I wrote the first time. Now, do you understand the person that talked? Sorry, who is the person? I don't get that. So, do you understand to this step, to this particular step? I should go a little bit
So where you
further.
were you, you say I'm
Yeah, I can't hear
confused.
you.
So
That's
that's
it.
why I don't understand.
You know, understand when I started using the alias, right?
I yes, the network threw me out.
Wait, hold on. I don't understand the question. But then, do you understand
Can
everything that is written on this code now, currently like this? Do you understand everything here? Yes or no?
yes, yes, I know the A and B represent the table, but
Okay,
I don't know the code,
okay,
the
great.
prompt that will
Okay,
be able to
great.
use A.
But then, honestly, I think your network is fluctuating, so I can't hear you very well. If you can hear me very well, the thing is, I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say, but then I will explain. I will explain, so it will cover your question. I really hope so. So now, why I'm using something like this? If I should call first name, now remember, I can only get one first name here. So if I should call Excel, I only need I said Excel. SQL, I only need first name. So SQL will only give me because there is one SQL and there's one first name in this particular joint column. particular join data sets. So if I should call the first name, it is easy for SQL to just return the one. But then remember if it is not first column, let's say I'm calling everything. Now there's product ID in this particular customer table, but and also there's product ID in product table. Now if I should call product ID, SQL does not know that, okay, am I supposed to return the customer's product ID or the product table product ID? So
Product.
if I should call, note this way, from this particular point, from this particular product ID to the end here, that's product table. For this, from this amount to the customer ID, that's what do you call it? That's customer's table. So if I should call product ID, now let's say I call product ID, SQL return product ID. If I should run this, it is telling me that this ambiguous. What is the meaning of ambiguous? At least it is unclear which of the product ID should I return. Is it the customer's ID? Is it the product ID? Even though both of them are the same. But then remember that for anywhere we see customers table, we are representing it with A. Now I want to return the product ID of the customers table, and that's exactly why I'm using A dots. That is where I can see product ID under customers table. That's why I'm writing it as A dots product ID. Then if I should press Control Enter, it is returning the product ID of the customers table. But then, even though they are the same thing, I can also return product ID of the what of product table. If I should return that now, please can you tell me what will I write here? It will be what? I want to return the product ID of the product table.
That's B. That
Exactly.
should be B.
So exactly. And that's how we get it. So yeah, basically that's all about join. But then when you have inner join, right join, let's say you want to do right join. The only difference between everything is just prompting right join here. So this one will be right join. Assuming you are supposed to use right join, then in this place it will be right join. Assuming it's supposed to be left join, this place it will be what left join. Assuming it's supposed to be full outer join, this place it will be what full outer join. So in this case, but because we are not using, you can actually be full join function. Can only be full join sometimes. But in this case, we are not using this case. But tomorrow we'll be applying different type of join case. But then I really hope we know the sequence of the query of this SQL join. Do we? Or should I go back? I'm just trying to watch another thing. I'm just trying to introduce another thing. So we can actually have the application tomorrow. Okay, please, can I move on? Do you have any question?
Yes, yes. Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
Yeah, I do. I can. I'm sorry.
What I was actually asking, can you hear
Yeah, I can. I
where
can hear
you
you.
the table with letter A and B? How you represent, like, how you are able to use A and B to represent the table? That's the only question. I understand every other thing.
No, it doesn't matter if it is A or B. It's alias. I mean you can use anything. You can use C. Let's say I'm using C for this one. But I'm just using one letter because it is simple for me. You can as well use cost. That is short form of customer. You understand? And you can as well use PROD as customer. Then this one wherever you see customer, it will be what? Cost. Even this one is even better because this one is easy to read. So this one B is better. This one will be what code. Is alias. So the one so this one will be cost. So then if I should do control enter, it's still giving me the same thing. So you is alias. I mean you just you naming your column. It's not like there's a rigid law that this is how it's supposed to follow. Okay, I think you understand that. Thank you. So now let me understand. Let me explain what we mean by junior. Then now let's go to Excel. How can we understand this junior? So then now let's say we have Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. So we have this one I want to name this guy Ahmed. Has been asking me a lot of questions today. So let this guy be Balale down with the name of that. I want this guy to be Ade. Then this one should be Jana. Hmm, I don't know. No, let's not Jana. Okay. Then this age should be this one should be 15. This one will be 25. 25. This one should be 30. Let's say this one is 18. Now I want to from the word union, what do you understand? Now let's say this is a table. These are the table. What do you understand by union? What do you think union will mean? If I say, oh, I want to union, this thing is united. What does it mean?
Collection of data
So
or data sets.
it is in simple time. Thank you. You're actually correct. In simple time, it's just like merging the two data set, merging the two stuff. That is, I'm expecting something like this. Control C, then Control C. So if I should union everything, that is, I'm merging all these particular data sets to this particular data sets. You understand? I'm merging this particular data sets. I said, yeah, these data sets to this data set. That is, I want to see Shitsuola Yinka AJ, Shitsuola Yinka AJ. And I also want to see Amendola Ade Ajala. I want to see them on a particular data set, like that is on a one data set. I want to match both of the data sets into one data set. That's what we call union. So how do we do that in SQL? It's very easy. So then okay, for you to use union, they have to have an equal number of words of columns. Remember, the number of columns of this one is 2, the number of columns of this one is 2, and that's exactly why they matched perfectly. So let's match this one two together. MySQL. I'm not sure if this one can match. I don't think I can prepare another table now, currently. How many columns are there in my customer table? Sorry. Let's start from customers. Let's start from products. So I want to know how many columns are you going to enter. What does that mean? Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about this one? Want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, God. Okay, it is easy. Assuming they are the same thing, so it is very easy. So I'll just write union here. So assuming they are the same thing, I'll just join the first column to the second column. But then I can actually do something. And because this one is 7 column, right? And this one is 5. But then I can actually list, instead of selecting everything, I can actually list 5 columns here. So this one can be product ID, so comma, product. So I'm just trying this out. I don't know if it will work. Cost price. Profits. So how many columns are I writing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then quantity. Oh, good. So now can we see something there? How can I see it? Sorry. What is supposed to be the first thing to do? Everything from customers. How many customers do I have? I have 10 customers, right? Then the product ID. You can actually see that this is the product ID 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the products, this is toy food Legos. Then the cost price, this is the cost price. Then the profits, these are the profits. Then these are the quantity. Can we see how we use union? Right? Can we see how we use union? You just merging two data sets into one data set. But then there is no accurate data set to actually represent this today, because I had not prepared the data set, unfortunately. But then tomorrow, I'm just trying to introduce us, so it won't be new tomorrow, right? So the last thing I'm actually supposed to do today was subquery. Subquery. So I feel like I'll just explain this one, then we will continue the rest. I only have 6 minutes left. So from the word subquery, I guess I said something like this in the last class. Subquery is just when we say subquery, right? So you have a query. Let me just do this thing here. But then let me introduce it to you. So now you have sorry, they are celebrating football win. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was uncontrollable. So we have subquery. You know what? Let me just continue tomorrow. It's not dwindling anytime soon. So yes. Do you have any question? I'm so sorry for the noise, honestly. Can't do anything. Do you have any question? Okay. Can we end the class now? Do you have any question, or can we call it a day? Okay. Let me just recap on what we gained today. We understand how we can use SQL. We understand how we can use SQL to solve business questions by writing real-time SQL codes. Oh my goodness. Ah, oh my goodness. And please, can we just end the class? I'm so sorry. It's not going down anytime soon. Please, we'll talk tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Bye bye.